Welcome to Behind the Firewall. I'm CNN teammate Carson Kennedy, here to discuss the latest in financial security with CNN's in-house experts. In this episode, I'm joined by Cassie Brelo, CNN's Director of Retail Operations. At CNN, July is Financial Freedom Month, a time to gain control of your finances and your future. In this episode, Cassie and I discuss 2 digital tools that can help you organize your finances and spot fraud before it's too late. Without further ado, it's time to venture behind the firewall. Good afternoon, Cassie. Thank you for joining me on the podcast.
Good afternoon, Carson. Thanks for having me.
So here at CNN, July is Financial Freedom Month, a time where CNN really focuses on putting power into the hands of our customers. And one way we'd like to do this is by empowering folks to take control of their finances, whether that be budgeting, paying down debt, or saving. And teaching them how to look out for fraud is another part of that. So my first question for you today is, how can keeping your finances organized help protect you from fraud?
That's a great question. By familiarizing yourself with the money that you have coming in and going out of your accounts on a regular basis, you will be much more likely to spot a suspicious looking transaction that you weren't expecting or you didn't authorize.
What are some common roadblocks that people face when they're trying to track their finances?
Well, with the ease of auto payments and direct deposit, it can be tempting to develop sort of a set it and forget it mentality. It's easy to forget about an infrequent recurring charge or miss factoring in an upcoming payment into your current month's budget for planned expenses. And another roadblock could be not having a clear picture of where your money is going.
So today, I'm hoping we can discuss 2 financial tools that CNN offers that can help customers organize and monitor and protect their finances. And the first one is CNN's Money Manager. So I wanted to ask, what exactly is CNN's Money Manager and how does it work?
Money Manager is a great tool that we have within our digital banking. It's a digital personal financial management tool. And you can access it on your computer or in CNN's mobile app. Money Manager allows you to view all of your CNN accounts, as well as you can link external accounts that you have elsewhere, such as credit cards, loans, your 401k, or other type of retirement account. So you can have a complete financial picture within the same tool.
But what makes Money Manager different from, say, hopping on the CNN mobile app and just checking your account balances?
With Money Manager, it goes beyond just checking your current balances in all of your accounts. You can look at all of your accounts from different vantage points, such as net worth, budget, spending, trends, and debts.
Could Money Manager, for example, help create and follow and manage my budget?
Absolutely. The first time that you access the budget tab within Money Manager, you will have the ability to create your own budget, or you can ask Money Manager to auto-generate a budget for you based on the spending habits that it can already detect within the accounts that you have linked to the Money Manager. Once you have that budget in place, you will be able to see your money pooled together in different categories like bills, utilities, automotive, entertainment, and so on. And then you can see how your actual spending compares to the budget that was created within the Money Manager tool.
So another feature that Money Manager has is its net worth feature. So I was hoping you could say a little bit more about what this feature is, how it works, and why someone might find it valuable.
Sure. The net worth option shows you snapshots of your net worth at different intervals. So it will show you 3-month, 6-month, 9 months, up to a 1-year period of your overall net worth. You can also look at it on a month-by-month basis. So it breaks down your accounts into assets and liabilities. So your assets would be the money that you're earning in your checking, savings, CDs. And then your liabilities is the money that you owe, your loans, your credit cards, and that sort of account type. So it's helpful because you can see how you are doing on an ongoing basis, managing your overall debt to income.
Yeah, you mentioned loans and credit card, sort of debt items. What are some ways that Money Manager can help you work through your debt and help you work towards financial freedom?
Well, in a nutshell, the debts feature allows you to track all of your debt accounts, so your loans and your credit cards. It will show you the estimated pay down amounts, an estimated time frame of when your final payments would be due on each of those accounts until you have them paid off. You can also sort the accounts, which is nice, by the highest balance or the highest interest rates.
Now, here on Behind the Firewall, the big question is how can all of these awesome Money Manager features help protect us from fraud?
Well, with Money Manager, it really is about giving you that visibility into the day to day happenings within all of your accounts. So, by spending just a few minutes every day or even just once a week and monitoring your account balances, reviewing new transactions, you can learn how to quickly spot something that doesn't look quite right, that you weren't expecting, a transaction that's unfamiliar to you. So it just having that visibility and seeing the activity going on in your accounts and the way that Money Manager can kind of give you the different ways of looking at your transactions, it can help protect you from fraud.
Well, Money Manager sounds like a really awesome and powerful tool. Another tool that I was hoping we could talk about today is Carefull. And for early listeners of the podcast, they may be familiar with Carefull. It's a subject we've kind of touched on before, but for people who are new or haven't really explored Carefull for themselves yet, I'd like to ask, what is Carefull and how does it work?
Absolutely. Carefull is a company that CNN has partnered with for many years, and they provide our customers with account, credit, and identity monitoring to help protect against fraud, scams, missed bills, or simply money mistakes. We offer two tiers of protection with Carefull. The first tier is called Carefull Essentials, and it offers you the identity monitoring services for free. It will alert you if any of your personal information is found on the dark web or has been reported as compromised in a data breach. You also have access to a free scam check service where you can provide a sample of an email that you received or a text message or a letter you got in the mail that you're thinking might be a scam. You can upload it to the scam check tool and it will tell you the likelihood that it is or is not a scam that has been reported to them. So that's a really nice feature. The next level of Carefull that we offer is called Carefull Money, which includes everything that comes with the Essentials tier, plus credit and financial account monitoring, home title and change of address monitoring, and it comes with $1 million in identity theft insurance. And with Carefull Money, what's really nice about everything that you get with this package, you get all of those services as well as one additional person that you want to add to your Carefull Money subscription to receive all of those same services as well, all for $19.99 a month that would be charged to your CNN checking account.
Awesome. That sounds like a really powerful tool as well. Who stands to benefit the most from having protections like Carefull? Who is Carefull designed for?
Carefull actually was originally aimed at providing protection for older adults by allowing a selected caregiver to have access to their Carefull account to receive alerts when a payment is missed, or if strange account behavior is detected, or if their personal information is found on the dark web. While this is still a great offering available for that audience that it was originally created for, any CNN customer over the age of 18 can take advantage of the services provided by having either Carefull Essentials or Carefull Money.
Yeah, that's awesome that it's open to a wider swath of people now. Scammers targeting older adults is a common theme, a common topic of discussion on this podcast. So I wanted to ask your opinion. Why do you think fraudsters seem to target older adults?
Yeah, that is unfortunate that we do see that. I think they tend to target older adults because as people start to age, they can begin to struggle with things like monitoring their daily account activity. And especially with identifying the savvy fraud schemes that are in today's technologically advanced world. So, if they don't have somebody helping them with that, they can become an easy target to fall for a fraud scam.
So for these folks who don't maybe have the time or the know-how to constantly be checking their finances, how can Carefull help them monitor their finances? And how does it alert you when it spots something kind of fishy?
So, when you have Carefull Money, your CNN accounts and any external accounts that you choose to link to your Carefull account are monitored within the tool to detect patterns in your regular everyday spending and deposit activity. As it learns what normal transaction behavior looks like for your accounts, you will receive email alerts if Carefull detects a transaction that is out of the norm, or maybe if a transaction is missed that was expected based on a previous trend, you'll receive an alert. They're all email alerts that you receive based on the various type of activity that it might detect within your Carefull Money subscription.
What sorts of unusual activity might trigger one of these alerts from Carefull?
Well, with both levels of Carefull, whether you have Carefull Essentials or Carefull Money, if your personal information is found in a data breach or is found to be present on the dark web, you will receive an email alert from Carefull reporting what personal information of yours was compromised so that you can act quickly. When you have the Carefull Money subscription, you will receive additional email alerts based on credit or money alerts that are built within the tool. If there's something found on your credit report, you will receive an alert. If a recurring payment is expected and then it's missed, you'll receive an alert about that. Or if a payment is higher or lower than it was in a previous month, you'll also receive an alert letting you know of the change, either in an increase or a decrease in the payment amount. And it's nice because it'll tell you like by what percentage it increased or decreased compared to prior months. So those are just some examples of different alerts that you would receive from Carefull within the Carefull Money subscription.
So let's imagine now that I was a Carefull customer and I got an alert from Carefull kind of bringing a suspicious, like you said, a price increase or maybe an information breach. This alert was brought to my attention. What would you advise me to do next? What's the next step after receiving a Carefull alert?
Well, if it's a Carefull Money alert about transaction activity, it's always advisable to go look at your actual account. If it's a CNN account, pull up your digital banking and go to that specific account and see for sure what is going on within that account. Carefull is just alerting you to a potential concern based on what it's used to seeing in your account, what's normal, and what they've detected as possibly abnormal behavior. So it doesn't mean that absolutely something, suspicious or fraudulent is going on. So always go to the source, look at your account activity to confirm if something suspicious actually occurred or not when it comes to transaction alerts. If you receive an alert about your personal identity being compromised or information that was included in a data breach, if it's a password that has been compromised, I certainly recommend you to update that password right away and change it. So if you could have your Netflix account, added to your Carefull, any type of subscription that you have a username and password for, you could have Carefull monitoring it. So you always want to update passwords if it was a password that was included in a data breach. You could have an email address that was compromised. That's certainly at your discretion if you want to create a brand new email account. When it comes to your personal information, you certainly can take certain steps like notifying your bank If you think that your social security number or driver's license or any of that information has been compromised, you can freeze your credit report. So there's a lot of additional steps that you can take to help protect your personal identifying information.
Awesome. So we've covered Money Manager, we've covered Carefull, and now as we kind of draw to a close, how can Money Manager and Carefull work together to promote your safety, your financial security, and your overall financial freedom?
So Money Manager and Carefull are two easy to use tools that are both available within CNN's digital banking. Money Manager gives you the visibility and the awareness of what's going on in your accounts, how you're spending your money, so that you can easily recognize something that is unexpected or possibly suspicious. Carefull can do that as well, but it can also alert you to things that Money Manager maybe can't. Stuff going on the dark web, data breaches, all of that sort of thing. So they're very complementary. Some of them do the same things, but then Carefull can do some additional things to help protect you from fraud. Each of them can provide you with peace of mind, though, that they are working for you behind the scenes to monitor your account activity and alert you to potential compromises.
Awesome. And for listeners who have heard this and maybe now they're interested in enrolling in Carefull or, looking more into Money Manager, how can they get started?
So the first step is you need a CNN digital banking account. So if you're not already enrolled in CNN's digital banking, you can enroll on our website, cnbankpa.com. Once you have a digital banking account, you can enroll in Money Manager by locating Money Manager in the services menu. Click on link account, read our terms and conditions, and you're ready to begin using the tool. You can enroll in Carefull from the home screen in digital banking. So when you scroll down below where it shows all of your accounts, you will see a Carefull section. You click on Get Started for free, and you're enrolled in Carefull Essentials at that point, and then you will see an option to upgrade to Carefull Money for the additional protections available to you and one additional person of your choosing for $19.99 a month.
Cassie, thank you so much for sitting down with me today to discuss Money Manager and Carefull and for just sharing your expertise with us.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to Behind the Firewall. If you enjoyed this episode, like, follow, and share the podcast with a friend. For more cybersecurity and Money Armor resources, visit cnbankpa.com and follow CNN on Facebook and Instagram. In the meantime, stay safe and stay tuned for next month's episode. CNN is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.